Tonight for Carrying the Weight is on anger. We read Ephesians chapter 4, verse 25 through 32, and Matthew chapter 5, verse 43 through 48, both regarding loving your neighbor, your enemies, the one who persecutes you, and we need to do that to be able to be forgiven and to live more like Christ on a daily basis. And this one has been tough for me. Even before drinking, I always had an anger issue. During drinking, I really had an anger issue. I'd fight and argue with anybody. Even now after drinking, I still have to watch myself and catch myself. I did a live video, so a lot of this may repeat if it loads. I'm sorry for anybody that was trying to watch the live video. I tried to get it to load. It's still not loading, so I apologize. But earlier, I got frustrated because of a kid's room not being cleaned. And I mean, I didn't blow my top or anything like I used to, but I still got frustrated, and I felt inside emotionally that I was getting angry. And so, I mean, it happens. We've just got to be careful on how we act and the decisions we make during that anger. And that's why it's called, tonight's thing is called sinning during your anger. Because in the midst of that anger, you can make some bad decisions and backslide from any progress you've made. It's real easy to blow off to somebody, lose your temper, ruin relationships, hurt people's feelings. And also, like for me, used to when I got mad or frustrated, alcohol was the best thing. And I mean, I don't really have that much temptations anymore, but I mean, it could really be something bad if I wasn't constantly putting my focus into God's word. That could be easy for me to backslide. And I don't want that for anybody that's making progress and working more towards the goal of being sober and stuff. So be careful when you're angry. It's real easy to mess up or make mistakes when we're angry. A couple of the times that are my biggest regrets caused by anger, one was Christmas night quite a few years ago. I lost my cool with my brother's wife, which caused me and my brother to shove and knock stuff out of each other's hand, and just a big blow up, big argument. So I got mad and told my wife and kids to get in the car. I was just walking home. So I start walking up the road, just acting stupid and belligerent. And I mean, it ruined a lot of relationships, traumatized my kids, and a lot of those relationships are nowhere near being repaired. And I mean, that's all my fault. And, you know, looking at things now, everything that happens, God has a reason and a purpose and a plan. I don't know what that night has to do with his purpose and his plan yet, but I made those mistakes. And there's consequences with those mistakes. And I'm just trying to, I was Sunday around pretty much majority of those family members. And I mean, we're cordial and we talk and stuff, but it's not the same as it used to be. And I mean, that's something I've got to live with. And I hope one day God's able to mend all those relationships and we're able to be back to where we were. But it'll happen when he wants it to happen. Another time was 7 months ago when I decided to quit drinking. I was actually calling all my kids into the living room to let them know that I was going to start going to church tomorrow. And I wanted to really get into God's word and, you know, learning about stuff like that. I didn't really know where it was going to take me, But I knew I needed to do something different. And them coming home, reading Bible verses has encouraged me to do that. So I called them all in to sit down, and I sat in this little chair. We call it the circle chair because it's got little circles on it. I called them in to sit down so I could tell them all this great news. And when they sat down, every one of them started crying. And I didn't know what was going on. But evidently I had plagued that chair as my tantrum chair. And that chair, they had nothing but bad and traumatized memories from. And it broke my heart. And it really made me realize, like, even not being aware of the damage I was causing damage. So I really had to, that night was the night that I just got all of them to help me pour all the liquor and alcohol out in the house. And I knew I had to do something different, and I had to change, because if I kept doing that lifestyle, I don't know what kind of mentality or life my kids would have, or if they'd ever want me to be in it. And I'm thankful that they weren't scared to express their emotions, that I hadn't ruined them that much, because if they weren't able to express their emotions that night, then I may not be here right now encouraging others to not drink and to not be addicted to drugs or porn, alcohol, anything like that. Especially if you're watching this and you're a parent, step back and analyze your kids or your loved ones. Take 5 minutes to just stop and look into each one of them's eyes and hearts. There's going to be pain there, and there's going to be fear there. And that pain and fear is there because of your addiction. That's tough to hear, but you need to hear it, because I'm telling you because I've done it. I'm not telling you because I'm criticizing or judging you. I'm there because I've caused that pain. I've caused that fear. I've caused those scars and those damaged relationships. You've got to find the strength to stop and to start moving forward into this new life. And the only way you can do that is with the help of Jesus Christ and the relationship, and putting all your focus into God's Word. Yeah, it sounds cliche and easy to say, but I'm telling you, for 17 years I drank, and I tried a few times on my own to quit. Didn't last no time. Never really had the passion or the care to really stop. I had plenty of reasons: wife, kids, job, future, my body, my health. I had every reason in the world to quit, but I had no desire. God's Word has given me the desire to want to be a better person, to want to be sober, to want to be held accountable, and to live the right way. So I'm encouraging you to do the same thing. Drop it. Start this journey with me. You won't regret it. I hope you have a great night. And once again, if you watch this and you were getting ready to do one of the live videos, I apologize. It's not working. Have a good night.